I've been scrambling my brain for a video idea because in the month of February, I read one book. Also, check the fit real quick. Very busy doing nothing. This was very much on purpose. During my January recap, I talked about my very weird reading patterns where I'll take 2 days to read a book and then I won't read for a week. And then I'll take 2 weeks to read a book and then I won't read for 2 weeks. I am all over the place with reading. And because I only managed one book in the month of February, I felt really bad. One, because I have a YouTube dedicated to reading books, and so not reading almost defeats the purpose of my channel. But I'm also fairly active in the Bookstagram space, and because I was self-imposed, inundated with Bookstagram and book talk content, it added to my guilt about what I managed to accomplish in the month of February, which got me thinking about some of the pressures of this particular space. A lot of these pressures are self-imposed and more so from this expectation of what other people are doing that you need to live up to. And I've mainly heard people in this space talk about reading as a hobby. You can engage with this hobby in whatever way suits you. So many people live lives that allow for slower paced reading, but the image that book talk and Bookstagram give off, especially if you're in those worlds, it seems like everyone's reading 24/7. People read at least 15 books a month. So if you're like me, you're sitting there with your one book that you read that month going, I'm a fraud? But this space comes with expectations and pressures. And when you don't share those reading habits, it feels weird and bad. And let me tell you, there have been moments where I've been like, maybe I just abandoned the channel. I am a fraud. I do not read often enough. I don't read fast enough. I don't read the right books. I read one book. I read one book in 1 month. That was it. And it very much feels like maybe I shouldn't take up a space in this community. Maybe I should retire early. But I decided that I'm not going to do that. One, this channel is about reading and writing. And I want to make space for myself to be real with myself. I read weird. I have very weird reading habits. Like I said, 2 days to read a book, 2 weeks to read another, and then I don't read for a long time. When you have a short month like February, I guess that means you read one book. What is the point of this video? One, I wanted to share some of the pressures I feel being in this space by itself. Like whether or not I were public with anything, I feel like if I were just a passive consumer of Bookstagram, I feel like I said book talk earlier. I'm not on book talk, I'm on Bookstagram. I would feel kind of bad because I don't read the way that these people read. Now, to be fair, I did see some people that were like, yeah, I read 3 books in February. And I'm like, aha, I'm not alone. But some of the like bigger names and bigger accounts are like, I read 15 books in 28 days. Can I have your reading habits? Like, how? It is, for the most part, self-imposed pressure to engage in reading in a very specific way. You have to buy special editions of certain books, and you need to be on trend with certain books, and you need to take your photos a certain way, and you need to do reels a certain way, and you need to read a certain number of books, and da-da-da-da-da. And I feel like that has the potential to take away the joy of why people read in the first place. First of all, there are several reasons to read. But also, if you want to make a bookstagram, if you want to do booktube, it does feel like you have to live up to the standards of your predecessors. Because how else are you going to stand out? Well, maybe I'll stand out by being a booktuber who doesn't read very often. I am a fraud. I have a lot of other thoughts about the pressures of social media in general, and I am not going to go into them for this video because other people have talked about it in much better ways than I have. Plus, that's not what this video is about. I also wanted to make this video for the other people like me. If you read at all, you deserve a space within these communities. Don't let anyone try to tell you otherwise, including yourself. I wanted readers like me to see that not everyone reads at lightning speeds or reads a ton of books or takes the most aesthetic of photos. We're all just trying to stay alive at this point. There are external factors as well that might make engaging with your hobbies more difficult, or maybe it's even easier because they're your form of escapism. Essentially, this video is to give myself permission to engage in these hobbies and to engage with these spaces in whatever way I am and in whatever way that suits me, which sometimes means making a video like this in which I confess I read one book in the month of February. I don't know what this video is. I tried to make it seem like I did. I don't. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stereotypical YouTuber stuff, and maybe I'll see you in the next one. We'll see how much I read. Bye! You see, I only had a little bit of this video in mind, so now I don't know what to talk about. I've been scrambling my brain. Clearly, my headband fell out.